Well, hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Into the Woods. This is Dwayne.
This is Danita. Hi.
Hi, everybody, and we're glad that you're back. If you've had one of those weeks, this is the place to be. This is Into the Woods, and we are taping right after Thanksgiving, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But we're as we said, we're called Into the Woods. That we're named Woods. There are six of us, and right now two of us are on the screen. And the hope is that you will hear what we say, identify with where we are. Maybe some of the things that we say are things that you're experiencing or have experienced, or maybe you have gotten over. But as we talk about it, then we all get to come out of the woods together. So, Danita, wow, Thanksgiving 2022 is over.
It is. And it was so quick. We just had New Year's. And
I'm
here we
saying,
are
I'm
this
saying,
year.
yeah. So, wow,
Yeah.
wow. We went up to spend time up in Nashville with Dennis and his family, so that was fun.
That was fun. Yeah. 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 And I'm a whole year older.
That's right. You had a birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, yo.
Thank you. Thank you.
How
So
does it feel?
it feels almost the same, but it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like certain light bulbs went off.
Okay.
It did a little reflection and you know saying things like this is not where I want to be right now, and
Mm-hmm.
so it,
Mm-hmm.
it puts you into gear so you can start getting
Right.
the things you want. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It does. I mean, it starts to focus you. Now, I didn't go out when I turned 50. I didn't go out and buy a red car and all the crazy
We
stuff
didn't
that they
say
say you're
how
supposed to
old I
do.
was.
I said when I turned 50. See, I didn't say
I
anything
didn't
about
hear
you. I said when I turned 50. I said I didn't go out and buy a red car. See, you gave it away. You gave it
I
away. I didn't say
know
that
they
about
didn't hear
that.
it. They didn't hear it.
They didn't
Nobody
hear it.
heard
Okay, okay. But it was sobering. I started thinking about some stuff, looking at life a little differently, and but it was good. It was good, and I'm excited about where I am in my age. I'm not telling them my age.
it. Me either.
There you go. That's right. You either. So I thought Thanksgiving just went by, and I thought this would be a good time for us to really kind of talk a little bit about Thanksgiving, us growing up, um, and really two things, right? So what are we thankful for? Right? What are we grateful for? Our church is doing this thing called the gratitude. Well, we did it, the gratitude project, and we culminated with a show yesterday, Thanksgiving morning, and it was all about being grateful. So the last 11 days leading up to the show, it was about thanks. What are we thankful for? About family, friends, things that are going well in our lives, and so forth. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and then I want to hear a Thanksgiving memory, and I'm going to share one of mine as we just kind of talk with everybody. About how we grew up and our family. I mean, growing up, our house was like the place that a lot of people came to, and there are a lot of things that I do now in my life that are directly related to Thanksgiving. I didn't realize that, but I'll share that here in a minute when they talk about that. So what do you think? What are you grateful for? Let's start there.
Well, I'm grateful that I saw another birthday.
Mm.
Because of everything that we've gone through the last 2 years, 2.5 years. We're still going through it, but we're coming out of it a little more. I'm glad that I'm still here, because we lost a lot of people during that time. And, being here I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned up until this point, and the person that it changed me to be. So I am grateful for those things.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. And I was thinking the other day that it was a year prior to COVID that Daddy died.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just he died in February, and then the next March. Well, I mean, it started in February. But March was when everything kind of shut down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that Thanksgiving that we had prior to his death, I still remember that. I look at those pictures and I was like, man, look at that, look at these people, and we hadn't had anything like that for a while.
Yes. Yeah. The family, everybody coming together that way, and it's a lot of us, by the way. I forgot how many of us there were, but Dwayne and myself, our siblings, we're all grown now. We have kids, so it was really, really nice. And I found pictures in my phone that I didn't remember I had from that time.
Really?
So
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
looking
Wow.
at
Wow.
it the other day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
Well, I am grateful. So this has been an amazing year, right? Now, when I say amazing, everything hasn't been, peaches and cream, right? So there have been challenges. But when I think about the year, about the growth that's happened, me, my wife, my son, the things that we've been able to do in terms of our personal development, in terms of our business, our practice, in terms of, and well, I guess I'm just going all over the place, but just grateful for the growth that's happened in all of us.
Right.
Blake growing up and getting his own thing now. He's a teenager, and so there are things that come with being a teenager, and just watching him come into his own. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that for Charmaine. I'm grateful for all the things that she does for our family and the things that she's able to do. I'm grateful for our practice, for you guys, my family of origin, and once again, just grateful to be here because there are people who were not here last year. We're here last year and who are not here now.
Yeah.
And just personal close people to us, and we've had several people who pass away, so I'm just grateful to be alive, man. Just woo.
Yeah, and in this interesting time, we're on YouTube. Hello, I never thought I'd be on YouTube. It was something I'd always said to myself, and again, if you guys have been here with us, and we spoke about this, how it started, when we came to visit you. You didn't know I wanted to be on YouTube, so it was just so great that we kind of were on the same wavelength.
Right.
And so now we're here. So I'm really grateful.
Right. And I am grateful. And we've done several shows where we talk about what we're doing and creating and so forth, but just grateful to see, just like Blake, and so he's in basketball, and we started him with a new trainers actually program. And so we took him on Friday, and I was just sitting back and just watching him just do his thing, and grateful that he is in a new, he's been doing basketball for a while, but I think there's a new thought process for him. Like he wants to move beyond where he is. He wants to go to the next level. And I'm grateful to watch you, right? So to see you, the things that you're doing, and by the way, down you below, Danita_Wood, is that your Instagram?
It actually is.
Yes, right. That's I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure that it was right. All right, so Danita_Wood. To see your journals out there, to see the promo video that you did, and to have you here. To be in this space. It's just amazing. I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, I love it. I'm grateful.
Right.
I'm grateful also you two people watching us.
I know. All right, so memories. Okay, this one I'm going to go first for this one.
Okay.
Because there are so many things, right, that I remember. And I was saying yesterday when I did my show that food was like up everywhere. I mean, you know how people talk about, you know, at your dinner or whatever, you had like one protein and two carbs and you know, like some sweets and cake and some juice. No. We had like
Meat and carbs.
15 carbs and 15 proteins and all kinds of cakes. And
I don't remember vegetables much. Do you?
I don't remember vegetables, but you're right. It was just, oh my God, so much food. And a lot of my food preferences come from that. And a lot of, for instance, when we move from food for a minute, I can fall asleep anywhere. Like I would lay on this floor and fall asleep with no pillow, no blanket, no whatever. And I think that comes from Thanksgiving. Because you remember everybody would be at the house and we just sleep. I mean, we just laying down on the couches, we laying down wherever and just going to sleep.
That's
and
the itis. So we had no choice. Wherever you fell, you stay.
Right. That was there. And for instance, I love gravy. Like, really? I don't even necessarily need the meat that goes with the gravy, but if you put gravy on something, I'm eating it. Yeah. And I think it comes from there. So pepper pot and dal and curries with all the gravies and all the, right? And I just love it. So my favorite memory, right? And I know, guys, yes, I'm an endocrinologist, okay. But my favorite memory revolves around the food. And I remember, so my thing was carrot cake. I don't know if you remember.
I do.
Carrot cake and lasagna. Those are my, well, I guess at one point I started making cheesecake too. Yes. But the original was carrot cake.
Yeah.
And to this day, I love carrot cake.
Well, you did a good job of it. We loved it too.
So that was my memory. And then, of course, everybody coming over and cooking and bringing food and just being in that environment for those 2 days, and then eating, coming down late at night and sneaking into the fridge to eat the turkey.
That used to be fun. Turkey and pepper.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's what I remember. That's my biggest memories. And every time I think Thanksgiving, that comes up. I mean, it just flourishes, and I think about all the people that were there. So what do you think? What's your memory?
I'm going to say the same thing. It was about the food, and then all the people that came over. You know, and to see everyone coming in with a dish. So I didn't cook. I was too young, but I tasted everything, guys. I tasted everything that came through. And I don't know if this is yours, but pepper pot is my favorite. Out of everything that was made on Thanksgiving, that was our favorite, my favorite. You know, my father made it. My grandfather made, my father made pepper pot. My grandfather made the bread.
Yeah, buddy.
And that, when you say Thanksgiving, those two things are the first two things that pop up in my head. So that is my most prominent Thanksgiving memory.
You know, it's funny. I called yesterday, and Mommy and Trevor were cooking. And I asked them if they made pepper pot, and they said no, they didn't make it. But yeah, I mean, you're right. That is one of the things that pops into your head when you think pepper pot. And it's just, I think the taste, the smell, the cinnamon, cloves, and just making me
celeries. So we made it one year. Actually, the year after Daddy passed.
You did? Okay.
We made it exactly like he did.
What?
And we called none of you.
I'm saying what? I've been telling people that we've not been able to make it like him.
We
and you telling me y'all had it and you didn't call me? Nothing.
It. Yeah,
man.
We were supposed to make it again, but we just never made it again.
So see, people, you see what's going on. This is what I got to deal with.
I'll make it again. I'll make sure I'll let you know.
But yeah, I mean, those were some amazing times. And And it is, one of the things that our Pastor Snow, when they did the project, the gratitude project, says that, he was trying to create this atmosphere. And I think, as I think back to those times, I mean, it's so thick, right? So thick, so rich. And sometimes we long to go back to those types of,
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, we do. We do.
But I
Because it was
think
simple.
it was simple. It was simple, man. Sometimes I watch Blake, and he's like, he wants to grow. I'm like, man,
Oh,
if I only knew back then how simple life was,
yeah.
it was
Starting
amazing. It was
young.
amazing.
Mhm.
But what I want, I guess, people to know is
Mhm.
that so we're grateful, and like I said, everything this year hasn't been perfect, right?
Right.
And by no stretch of the imagination has it been perfect. But
Right.
when I put everything together, I am just grateful that I am here heading
Yeah.
into 2023.
Yeah.
And the memories that we have, the memories that we talk about, I think there's kind of this nostalgia that we put to it. And just like I said, sometimes we long for that. But
Mhm.
the goal that we should be setting is how do we improve on that? I mean, that was great. That was nice. We got those memories. How do we improve on that? And how do we begin building our own traditions in our own lives? How do we take charge of what we do?
Mhm.
And I think what you are doing in terms of your journals is with the intention of getting people, quote unquote, unstuck, right, from
Yeah.
where they are. So they're struggling with these emotions, and the journal gives them a way to really express that and hopefully move beyond it,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they can get to this new memory that they're going to be making.
Yeah, yeah, that is the intention of the journal, so that you can actually move beyond. Just like you said, I'm just repeating you. I mean, because you captured it perfectly. That
Hmm.
is the intentions of it.
Right,
Because we
right.
all become stuck. We don't know that we're stuck. And
Hmm.
sometimes we think we need to either go to therapy, which is good, by the way, guys, but sometimes writing it out on your own and looking at it can help you as well. You
Right,
know,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, let me see. And I didn't plan to do this, but what what what's the URL that somebody can go to look at your journal?
Amazon.com/author/Danita Wood.
Author/Janina Wood. Yeah, so I'll do this, and so guys, if you're watching this, you'll see that there's a little thing over the top that blocks out some personal information, but that's okay. So here's Danita. Pop this over.
Wow.
All right, and so there are her journals. So time, fear, change, judgment, habits. So why don't you, Danita, take a minute and tell us about one of them.
So I'll start with fear because fear is actually the first one, and I like to start with that because without me starting to think about writing the journals and then actually executing it, I would not be here speaking to you guys because
Mm,
I had to get through everything that I was fearful of and things that I was telling myself I cannot do or I did not know in order for me to write the journals, get it on Amazon, and have it published. So that's what fair is about. Every day I decided I was going to do something different to conquer whatever small fear I may have had. A lot of times we think like we fear something and we have to take it in one big leap, and that's not the case. That's what gets us stuck most of the times. So every day I did something different. I wrote in my other journal, right? Wrote what I needed to write. There's a quote in each one of the journals. Fair has one, and I would write my quote, and then I would start creating it. And so that's what fair is about: conquering something small every day.
Nice. Wow. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So yeah. So guys, that's out there. And let me pull up. And if you go to our website, there's a free resource that I have that's out there. 7 Keys to Success. 7 Keys to Success. That's what it looks like. And steps successful leaders use to create the life they want. And so we're talking about creating a life for ourselves, right? The memories that we have, the things that we're grateful for, and we're going to the next level. That's what we want. How do we get to the next level? And sometimes it takes looking back, being grateful for where we are, and then okay, now how do we move to the future? So yeah. So take a look at those. Thanks for sharing that, Danita. Appreciate it.
No problem. You're welcome.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I think, I love having this conversation. Appreciate you stopping by, hanging out with me for just a little bit and hanging out with our folks and Into the Woods, right? If you've not done so yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you don't have an account, you have to create a free account on YouTube, log in, hit the subscribe button, and then also hit the notification bell so that you'll be alerted when we put new content up on the channel. Go ahead and send this to family, friends. As you see, we just have some casual conversations, and our goal is that we all come out of the woods together. Okay, so we're into the woods. That's what we're called, and we wish you a good night. This is Dwayne.
This is Danita. Good night.
Have a good one, everybody.